right, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to episode 27 of Toolbox Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about our help desk application, and we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it with our agenda. So if you've been here before, any of our other Toolbox Tuesdays should look similar. We're first going to go over the gaps that currently exist in Business Central. Then we're going to talk about some of the solutions that we've built specifically within Help Desk to help alleviate some of those gaps and help you work more efficiently within Business Central. Carlie's then going to jump directly into a live demo. She's going to take you end to end through everything the Help Desk application has to offer. And then after that, we'll just wrap up with some next steps, some resources that you can use to be successful with Help Desk and any of our other applications, as well as some time for Q&A. I do recommend just asking the questions throughout the presentation. As Carlie's going through the live demo, I'll be monitoring that chat box, and we can kind of answer them in line with going over the functionality in Business Central. So what are the gaps that we are going to talk about today within Business Central? So the first is that there's not really an easy way to track IT support out of box in Business Central, right? Let's say you're on a payment journal and you're having issues paying that vendor. You've got to now go out to your email, maybe send a message to your partner or somebody internally. It goes to their ticketing system, and then you know the rest, right? Going back and forth until that's resolved. So we're going to show you kind of how we can do that with our solutions. And then third-party ticket systems don't naturally integrate with BC. So if you've seen this before, you might have had to spend a lot of money or do a lot of research or add a lot of extra tools to get those two things to talk to each other. Whereas with our solutions, as you probably are familiar with if you've been with us before, they're all going to be baked directly into Business Central. So taking that into the segue of what are our solutions. So the help desk solution is going to give your IT department the ability to have the ticket system directly in Business Central, as we mentioned, right? You're going to be able to track the support, track the maintenance, create project tickets, a bunch of different things that we'll show today. And with this, I think one of the beauties is that users can create these tickets directly from pages in Business Central. So using that payment journal example, right? If you log a ticket on the payment journal, that ticket is now linked directly to that page or record. So again, next bullet point here, if you have support agents, they can go directly to that page or record that the support request was for when they get that support request. So they don't have to, go through trying to find that, ask what the document number is, things like that. They can go directly to it, really helping streamline that. You can also track tickets directly to users and devices to see historical trends, maybe who's having the most issues, if there's specific devices having issues. And then additionally, these tickets have rich text HTML descriptions, which allow you to add screenshots and other things if you wanted to include that in the email. So that's the gaps in the solutions that we're going to present today. And without further ado, as you know, we like to go right into the live demo. So Carlie, I'll pass it back over to you to show everybody how they can be successful with our help desk application.
Awesome. Thank you, Ben. Alrighty. So sharing my screen, you guys should be looking at the help desk setup now.
Looks perfect.
Perfect. And we're just going to start directly here. I'm briefly going to go over a few things on the setup page. I'm not going to go field by field here, but want to point out some of the important things here. So this top section in general controls the emails that are going to be sent throughout the process of the help desk. Okay, so when I create a new ticket and it's assigned to, let's say, Ben, do we want to send Ben an email saying, hey, you've been assigned a new ticket? Okay, so that's the ticket submission and assignment up here. And then really, it kind of follows that same process for each of the different steps. So if a ticket gets canceled, do we want to email? If someone replies to the ticket completion, ticket confirmation, and if a ticket's reopened. So you're able to get emails throughout the process by this here, and it'll use Business Central's out-of-box email configuration on where that email is sending from. Okay, enter request types. I'm going to open this up right here. So here are kind of like a standard request types that we can build. So if you see here, I have like BC support. And so in Ben's example, maybe I open up the sales order and I'm having a permission issue. I would kind of label that as a BC support ticket request because it's related to Business Central, and I can flag it this way. Okay, so I could kind of flag that as this is a BC support request, and then that would automatically be assigned to Carlie at ERP Connect. Okay, you can change this, but this is the default on who it would be assigned to right here. if there is no email for anyone to be assigned, so if right now I come in here and create a network request type, it doesn't know who to assign it to. And so we added this kind of backup option here. If there is no assignment, the ticket will be assigned to Carlie, and then she could assign it to, whoever else is needed there. So again, these are those standard request types. I touched on a BC support, but this tool doesn't have to be just used for BC support. It could be used, to track IT requests on software, hardware, just the standard as well, printer issues, etc. Okay, going to close out of that. I'm going to jump into user setup here. So here, you're going to be setting up anyone that is going to be submitting a ticket or also working on a ticket as kind of like the agent on the person who is responsible for kind of resolving the ticket. Okay, and so you'll see if you look all the way to the right that the admin, which is my user here, is labeled as the agent, which means I work on tickets, on resolving them. But then maybe Joe and Ben here, they really are just submitting tickets. They wouldn't usually be the agent involved in a ticket, okay? Department right here, so this is really meant for kind of like a reporting standpoint. If you want to see, for all the tickets that have been submitted in September, where are they coming from? Are they coming from the sales department? Are they coming from the accounting department? You can kind of see where the majority of those tickets are coming from. That's what this is meant for. And then over here, if they have a current workstation printer UPS that you want to assign to them, you can enter in their, I did a laptop here. So if I click show details, you'll be able to see I just put in that information, workstation, operational, and I believe I put in the purchase cost and the purchase date. So you're able to track all of that here within the system. Okay. I'm going to exit out of this. So again, every user that is really just going to be using the tool needs to be set up here on this page, whether they are submitting the tickets or working on resolving them. Okay, over here, device setup. So that is just opening up that page I just showed you where I set up the laptop that assigned to myself. Okay, and that's really all I wanted to touch on here. From here, we're really going to jump. Oh, sorry, one other thing. Entering templates. So this is an important piece here. So these are templates for, if there's common issues like a permission error that you're receiving in Business Central or your users are receiving, if you just kind of want to label it like this is a permission error and it's a standard template when they're submitting a ticket, this is how you could do so. Okay. And then over here is what's really important is this page filter. And so, and again, this is what Ben mentioned before on if I'm having an issue, for example, on a sales order and I create a sales order and I'm having the issue, I can create the ticket directly from that sales order. And when the person assigned to that ticket gets the email, it'll actually link the sales order I'm having the issue with directly on their email. So they're able to open it up and directly go to that sales order to see what's going on. And that's done here by that page filter. Okay, so two ways to really create tickets. One is we have the My Helpdesk here. So this is My Helpdesk specifically. It's filtered to my user here. And these are tickets that I have created and are outstanding for myself. Okay, and then they just so happen to be assigned to myself too, since I'm kind of just testing and playing around here. Okay, but this is filtered by the created by admin right here. So I can come here and I can create a new ticket right from here by saying new ticket. I could grab a template. That's where those are meant for, or I can just put in, issue on general journal when trying to post. Request type, it's a BC support here. And you see as soon as I grabbed that, it knew that BC support requests go to this email. Okay, it goes to Carlie. I can include someone. So if I wanted to include, someone on this to get notified, I could say include Ben on this ticket. So it'll show up for him as well too. So he's just kind of in the loop here. We have priority, and then the ticket status right now is being entered. Down here in the memo, I would, typically enter more information. I'm just going to put that for right now. And then I can attach a document or a picture. And then I could also just put a screenshot directly within this memo itself. If you use Snagit or the snipping tool or one of those tools, you can copy and paste right into here too. Okay. And then I can submit the ticket from here. And now that one here is showing up again in my help desk, since these are ones I have created. Okay. The other way I can create tickets is through an actual page in Business Central. So the example I'm going to use is a sales order. Okay, and I just want to show you that I got this email here right away. It just says help desk ticket submitted for ticket number. It puts the information that was in the ticket, which mine was kind of vague. And then it click this link to open the page would open up that ticket directly for you. Okay. Now I can create a new sales order. I'm going to do this now. And come in here. Okay, and I'm actually getting an error on this, so this is a good example. So you can see I'm getting an issue right here. And so here, I would say, okay, getting this error, I could take a screenshot of that, and then, which I'll just do now. Okay, so I'm going to take my screenshot of the error I'm getting. You don't have to do that. I'm just doing that to add it to the ticket of letting them know what the problem is right here. Okay, I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to come up here, and here's the button Submit Help Desk Ticket. And this is added here because I linked this page to one of the templates, because maybe this is a common place that people want to submit help desk tickets. Now, I could go back to the page we were at previously and create a new ticket from there. I don't have to do it from here. Okay, I can do the same thing, but this is just a faster way, and it'll actually link it to this sales order. So, if sales order are a highly trafficked place where, it's common for people to have issues, whether it's a permission issue, just user error, dimension issue, it would be a good idea to add this button there. So I'm going to say Submit Help Desk Ticket. Okay, and I'm going to just say requested delivery date issue. Date invalid. It's not letting me do that. Okay, request type, VC support again. And then I could add in that screenshot and more information right here. Okay, from here I can submit the ticket. And it's really the same process from there. It's just a different path in being able to submit the ticket. Okay, so I'm going to submit it. And now if I go back to my help desk again, you'll see that here at the bottom right there. Okay, and then that email came through. It'll include any screenshots or attachments or pictures that you added right there, and then the link to the open the page right there as well. Okay. So again, two ways really to submit the tickets, through My Help Desk right here, or through any of the pages that you've chose to add that to, which in my example, I did the sales order. Okay, from My Help Desk, I can see active tickets, closed tickets. Here, I can open it up. I can edit a existing, excuse me, existing ticket right here as well. So I could come in here, add more information. I could actually reply. So if this is actively being worked on, there's going to be a conversation down here. So I could reply to this and just say, adding more details. And as the person that is assigned to this ticket, you are able to come in here as well and reply. Okay, so I could come in here if I was assigned to this ticket and say, reply and say, actively looking at this ticket, we'll update you soon to let the requester know that, hey, we're looking at it. Okay. And just more things to filter by over here. And if I go to Help Desk, okay, so the page we've been looking at is My Help Desk, and then there's another page, Help Desk. Help Desk will show any support ticket. Okay, so this is more for like a support manager, support team, and being able to kind of manage their entire help desk to see, who's assigned to what. We have these assigned here, who's creating these tickets. I can come in here, merge a ticket. So if something duplicate was created, I can come in here and merge it, merge a ticket, and it's going to ask me which ticket I want to merge that to. Okay, we can copy tickets if we need to copy an historical ticket. I can come up in here, this one here. Okay, and I can start the ticket. And so this is the one we just created together. And so it's not started. If I'm the person working on this and it is assigned to me, I can say, okay, I'm going to start the ticket. Yes. It lets the requester know that, hey, your ticket is being looked at. And then down here is where it'll track the status of, what's happening. And you can kind of have your own conversation between the requester and the assignee within the ticket itself. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to close out of this here. A few other things is you can create project tickets. And so, for example, I created a project to update BC to version 24. So that would be an example of kind of being able to use this tool for things outside of just Business Central issues, right? I can use it to manage just IT tasks that we want to track and assign to people and track the status of. Okay, so I came in here and I created a new project ticket. So not really a support ticket, but more so a project itself. So maybe it's, updating software, upgrading laptop versions. In this case, I did updating BC to version 24. Okay. We went over merging a ticket and copying a ticket. Here's where I'm able to just set up devices and the user setup. Okay. And then, of course, you can filter by active and closed from this view as well. Okay. Ticket Kanban board here is to just kind of show you an overall picture of where things are at. So here's all of my tickets and how many are being entered, how many are not started. If so, who are they assigned to? And I can collapse and expand those over here. Okay, so just gives you a nice little dashboard and to being able to look at those. Okay, and the device setup is to be able to assign and track things like purchase date, purchase cost assigned to users. Okay, so here you could track all of your devices here. So I would have maybe my laptops and my printers and my files, whatever else you want to track in here. And then I can assign those to users through here. Okay, and so I could come in here and see the current workstation and printer that the admin is working on, when it's purchased, etc. Okay, so really for the trackability of those things. Just briefly saw the question in the chat. So yes, it is more of an IT function rather than BC focused. The device feature is yes. Okay. Just a couple other things to go through. So let me go back. Once a ticket goes through the process, so it has a status of being entered, then it's in progress, then it can be marked as completed. And then the final step is to mark it as confirmed complete, which the person who requested it will do. Okay. So if the person working on the ticket marks it as complete, they resolved it. The final step will be to confirm complete here as the requester, and then that closes out the ticket. So I could confirm complete. How did we do? Very good. Great job. Thanks. And there we go. Okay. And then from there, that removes it from here and it's officially closed. That is really the process front to end. In the end of my demo, again, we have the help desk setup, which we started at, and that was where you're really just setting up the one-time setup for emails, the user setup, the request types, and then importantly, again, the templates and being able to link it to page filters over here. And then we went to My Helpdesk, which shows you your own tickets that you have submitted. You can see active and closed. And then lastly, again, we have the help desk, which is the entire help desk kind of support page where you'll see all tickets and would be more so for those managers and being able to see where things are at and making sure they're assigned to the right people. Okay.
Awesome. Is there any other questions? Look like there's a hand raised maybe. Oh, looks like there's another question over here. Carlie, I don't know if you had answered this one already. Can you reactivate a ticket once it's already been fully closed?
Yes. Yep. There is a button to
Okay,
reopen the ticket.
perfect. See a hand raised. Not sure if there's another question. If anybody's got any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Looks like a few people are typing, but we can leave this up for a second, maybe, Carlie, in case anybody else wants to see anything else, since there is time. But I know we're going to go through our next steps and resources. So while we do that, I did put a few links in the chat. So you'll see 4 links there. The first link is a link out to our Business Central Toolbox website page. So there you'll be able to see all of the apps, the pricing, the screenshots, the videos. We'll link this video, of course, as well once we publish it later today. The second is going to be our events. So if you'd like this webinar and you want to attend any of our future Toolbox Tuesday webinars, feel free to go out there. That's going to have everything through the end of the year. So if you're interested in learning about any of our other products, go to our events page and feel free to register. We've got our YouTube channel there. That's that third link. That's going to be a collection of all of our videos. There's just shy of 100 videos out on our channel right now. Most of them are related to the toolbox, but there are also just some other out-of-box BC educational type things there as well. So feel free to check out and subscribe to that YouTube channel to get the updates anytime we post a new video. Then the last thing, if you want those free trials, that last link is going to take you directly to AppSource. It's going to show you all 32 of our tools, plus any other localizations we have. And from there, you can see the same types of information and videos and all that jazz, but it'll also give you the ability to actually download those 30-day free trials. So looks like people are still typing. We'll hang around here for a bit, but Carlie, looks like we're completed with the demo. So short and sweet, but very powerful, right? So hopefully everybody took some good learnings away from that. And we're here to talk next steps, right? So like I mentioned, if you go out to AppSource, you can download this app as well as any of our other apps on a 30-day free trial. For partners, feel free to get that in your demo environment if you want to show it to your clients. We've, see big use cases here for partners working with their clients, especially if clients are submitting those help desk tickets. And then for users, end users here, feel free to put this in your sandbox environment, play around with it and see how you like it, and then reach out to us if you have any questions or you want to move forward after that 30-day free trial. We've got an activation video. This will show you how to kind of go to the setup page, generate that demo key, and then anything else that you need post, download. And I'll drop that video here in the chat as well. And then outside of that, the resources here, those are basically what we talked about before. So what I've got in the chat, we've got our product page, we've got the AppSource listing. That's going to include the summaries, the screenshots, the user guides, the setup guides, our YouTube channel, that links in there. It's going to be all of our video walkthroughs and demos. And then finally, our product guide, which is going to be a fit gap analysis of all 32 tools that we have currently on AppSource. And it's also going to give you a high-level overview of how much time you can expect to spend from a configuration and training standpoint, right? So we're very transparent with all that information. It's all going to be on our website, all going to be on our product guide. And if you just give me a few minutes here, I will also get those into the chat if you want to stick around. So if there's any other questions, please let us know. Otherwise, we really appreciate everybody joining episode 27 today of Toolbox Tuesday on our Help Desk application. And we look forward to seeing you soon on the next Toolbox Tuesday.